Do you know that warm, cozy feeling you get when you look at an image or you read a quote that really resonates with you? Well, if you're anything like me, then today's card will do just that. The stamp set that I'm going to use today is the new Snow Happy stamp set by Colorado Craft Company. The whole new release was based on the illustrations of Anita Jeram, and this is already the third card that I share with the new stamps. I absolutely love them, they're all so beautiful, and you will find links to the other cards that I shared in the description box down below. Make sure to check that out once you're done watching this video, because there is still a giveaway which is running on my channel, and also there is a free shipping code which is valid for international customers too. So take a look there once you're done watching the video. But now, coming to the card, what I'm doing is I am stamping my image and my sentiment on some Neenah Solar White 110 pounds cardstock using alcohol-proof black ink, because I'm going to do some coloring with alcohol markers, as I said already. I am starting with this cute little bunny here, who is going to be mostly white, and I am just adding a little bit of shading with some brown-gray markers. And in order to create the appearance of fluffy fur, I'm adding little dots instead of laying down my color flat or with brush strokes, and I'm doing that also when I come in with my colorless blender to blend everything out towards the white. For my deer here, the first thing I did is I blocked in the belly area, because there I'm going to have some white fur, and I wanted to make sure not to forget about that once I was going to go in with my brown markers. So that's the first area that I shaded using again some warm grays, and then I'm coming in with my tan markers, and what I'm doing now is I am coating the entire surface with my lighter marker to get that paper a little bit wet and make sure that the next layers will blend nicely. I'm now using my mid-tone color to block in the shadows, and then I'm going to add in 1/3 layer with a little bit of a slightly darker marker to intensify that contrast and make my image really pop. And I don't know if up to now you had the opportunity to take a look at that beautiful sentiment. It really resonated with me. If I had a kid, I think I would put this card into a frame and put it in the kids' room or nursery. It is such a wonderful wish to anybody, really. So I'm sure I will pick a very special person and give this card to them, because these words, as I said, really speak to me. Anyway, once I was done adding my shading to the reindeer, and as you saw that was pretty basic, I moved on and started working on the sky, and this is what is going to really make this card look magical and beautiful, but you will see that it is just a few strokes with those markers. I'm using very light colors, and I started with a yellow at the bottom. I then transitioned to a pink, and then here I'm adding a little bit of a teal blue. I also came in with a very sparing amount of lavender marker, but I'm basically going to use it just to the extent at which you saw it in the video, and then I just basically went back in with the markers that I had used up to that point, and also with my colorless blender to blend everything together. I purposefully left those strokes, and this makes the coloring very quick and easy, but also gives a different kind of atmosphere to the card, which I think really embraces the feel of these illustrations. To shade in the snow at the bottom, I'm using the same yellow, pink and teal blue markers, just in a much more sparing amount, because I want that area to be mostly white, but to reflect the colors of the sky. And then I went in with a muted brown to color in the tree. I also decided that I wanted to frame the sentiment a little bit more, so I came back with that same light teal marker, and I'm creating some brush strokes that move from the top towards the sentiment, so that, as I said, I can frame the sentiment a little bit. And let me know if you think this was a step up, or if the card looked better without this last touch, because I'm curious. I'm not sure what my preference is about that, so I would love to hear your opinion. Next, I'm going to create a very cool background for this card, and this is an old technique that I saw years ago on the Gina K YouTube channel, and it is about creating your own wood grain pattern. So I have my card base here with the longer side tucked against the top of my scoreboard, and I'm creating some score lines. I start 1/8 of an inch off the left edge, and then I score every 1/4 of an inch. And this way I am basically scoring the whole thing in a symmetrical way. I'm going to write down the measurements in the blog post that you will also find in the description box down below. But then the next step is to take a mini ink cube in the color you prefer. In this case it is Spun Sugar, and all you're going to do is you're going to swipe it across your panel in the direction of the score lines, and this is going to create these striations which are reminiscent of a wood grain pattern. And the really good thing about this technique is that it's quick, it's easy, and it's highly customizable, so you can create any color you want. So I think it's really cool. Whenever I create a simple design, I like to step it up with some different type of touches, and in this case I decided to use some foam tape to raise my focal panel against that wood grain pattern background. Here's a look at the final result. I really loved creating this card, and looking at it just makes me feel all warm and cozy. Remember to check the description box down below for a free shipping code and a link to the Colorado Craft Company store. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already by clicking on my face here, and also you can check out more videos from me. Here's a couple of suggestions that may be interesting to you, and as always, thank you all so much for stopping by and have a great day.